Hi, it's another mintnhiTALKS. It's been quite a bit since I've made one of these. I had a few planned, but other things got in the way, like mintathon, which is the main topic and focus of this video. Because yeah, that happened. And for those who aren't familiar with my Twitch content on twitch.tv/mintnhi, if you want to go follow, please, please, please. I'm almost close. I'm really close to 300. Please, 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 please. I streamed for 61 days straight during the month of May and June as just a silly little, okay, I'm on summer break now, and I wanted to do more streaming, and let's gamify it. Yep, let's make it silly and fun. So I made it a little game thing, and it has gone so spectacularly well. And I did not expect the support, nor the response, nor the streams and the content that I've made and received from everyone, my friends, the community, my viewers. It's it's been insane. And yeah, it recently finished up with the 30th of June being the final day, and I've just been wanting to reflect on it. I was actually planning this video for last month, for June 1st, or somewhat early June, but then it got extended, and then I ended up streaming for an extra month because whoop-de-doo, we hit the sub goal for that. And yeah, now I'm recording it in July the 2nd, to be more specific. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about my thoughts about Mintathon and just reflecting over it, because it's also a thing I wanted to do on stream, but I also wanted to do just a little one-on-one with me and my microphone and Audacity on my screen. So it's a one-on-one technically. And yeah, just not recapping because I feel like I would do that on stream more than anything, but just going through my thoughts and how I felt it went, because I thought it was just going to be a silly little thing, and it turned out to be a silly big thing because I didn't necessarily prepare myself for how much I would be doing, which is quite silly to think about because it's like, oh, you're streaming for 30 days. That's a whole month. That's a lot of days to do in a row. And I know it's streamers, there's a plenty of streamers who daily stream anyway, and it's not really a big thing to them because that's just what they've always done. But for me, streaming has always been I kind of do it when I want to do it, but then sometimes it'd come to the point where I'd have to force myself to stream, which is not entirely great. Especially when I say that, oh, I really enjoy streaming, I just don't stream because sometimes I don't want to, which is obviously fair. But then it comes to the point where sometimes I just don't stream for 2 weeks, and then it's like, hi, gang, I'm back with another event or something that I didn't really talk about on socials. So I think Mintathon has really built up my endurance for streaming, but then also it's made me enjoy it more, because obviously there are some days where it's just okay, I really don't feel like streaming at the moment, but then it was oh, I can just postpone the stream time to later in the day, which is what I ended up doing for the rest of the thing anyways, because I also realized that, oh, I do enjoy streaming later at night, plus more of my viewers are able to come in and watch, which is obviously really fun. And yeah, I think it was a learning curve, to be fair, because I never thought that I'd be doing this when I started streaming 3 months ago, or not 3 months ago, Jesus Christ, 3 years ago. And it's oh, I always put my focus on YouTube, but I got a glimpse of what it would feel like to just solely focus on streaming, which is really fun. I really do enjoy streaming, and I think Mintathon has really solidified that feeling for me where it's oh, now I want to stream. Yesterday which was the first day I took a break in 2 months, it was like, oh, I want to stream anyway, even though I just did 2 months straight of it. And I think that's really a testament as to like my mindset change and how I think about streaming and how I think about content in general. So, yeah, it's been a really like, I don't want to say life-changing because that seems like very pretentious in a way, but in a way it has been. Maybe like changing in terms of how I go about content from now on, because it's like, yeah, I actually really enjoy streaming now. Not to say that I didn't enjoy it before, but I always said, oh, I always like doing YouTube more because it's YouTube. But then streaming was also something I had to build up towards. Because if you know me in IRL, it's like, I'm not the one to just yap or fool around with like how I do on stream, because I think streaming has gotten me to be able to be more comfortable with doing that sort of stuff, because like talking with chat, hanging out with friends in VC, and just even figuring stuff out on the fly and just learning how to go with the flow when it comes to that sort of thing, it's really something that I've learned to be more okay with. Yeah, I don't know. It's been it's been something. I've kind of lost my train of thought here because there's just so much to talk about. It's like 61 days worth of content, almost 180 hours worth of streaming. It's insane. It's crazy. I was looking at my metrics for the past like few months, like in earlier this year, and I've like quadrupled the stream length or the timed stream from mintathon in comparison to those past few months. And I'm like, wow, I did that. Because I will admit, there were some times where I was thinking about putting up a tweet or saying like, okay, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to take a break just because things are so like a lot. And I don't think anyone would have really cared if I did that. They would have been like, probably understanding chat would have been like, oh, that's fine. It is what it is. But then in the back of my mind, I was like, no, I'm going to commit to this, because when it comes to doing habits and things, I always tend to break them off, because it's just like, oh, if one thing goes wrong, then it's like, oh, again, I might as well, then the rest of the thing doesn't work. And then I slowly phase out of doing those habits, which is a really bad thing. It's not really sustainable in the long run. But with Mintathon, I was like, no, we're changing up that mindset, because I remember it was, around day 20 or something. That was the first time where I was like, maybe I do need to take a break. But then it was like, oh, instead of taking a break, I can just deviate from stream schedules and stream plans and then do something more chill, which ended up working well for me. And then same thing also happened when Mintathon first got extended, because like I said, it wasn't something that I thought would happen. So I think just the idea of, oh, I'm continuing to stream for an extra 30 days just seemed very overwhelming. And granted, it was. But then I was like, oh, maybe I could take one break on the first. But then we just ended up doing a chill stream on that day anyway, which was also great. So it's just like things like that where, oh, I can postpone stream times. I don't have to stick to the exact schedule on the things that I made, like the schedules or the graphics that I made, which I admit I did fall off on in June, because I was like, I could make it, but then it's so much happens. It was just a lot. And also stream plans can deviate like a lot. They deviated a ton in June, because especially with Dogcraft and the whole Dogcraft group, is just like, people want to join VCs. They want me to join VCs. I want to join VCs. So then I just end up talking, and then we just end up going with the flow pretty much. Like, that's what happened on the last day. On the last day, I had a few different plans, actually. I'll talk about it like on stream. But The last day, it was so much different than I had imagined, but it was also really fun. Because what did we do on the last day? It was like, we played Peak because Sharcy was like, hey, do you want to play Peak? I need a group. And I was like, sure, I'm down. And then we played Hole in the Wall for like 3 hours with the House Panda and Kanuki. And that was also really fun. But then at that point, it was like, I had a 9-hour stream that day. I was like, what the hell? How did that happen? I was planning on going for like 6 hours. And then what do you know? It's 1 a.m. I'm like, oh shit, I should go to bed. And then that was the end of Mintathon. But I think it just sums up well that that's how things kind of like, it kind of sums up on, that's how the Mintathon has been going. So I think it's fitting. It's very fitting as to like just the different stuff we've done for the past 2 months. Like, I actually enjoy doing just chatting streams. I did not think that would happen, but people like to yap and listen to me yap, I guess. And then variety, we did so much variety. It was insane. And then obviously Minecraft and more events. Honestly, it was like, oh my god, it's crazy. There's just so much stuff. Like, I can't even encapsulate it into one single recording, let alone one stream talking about it, which is probably what I'm gonna do anyway. As a little behind the scenes, I'll probably show this off on stream and when I do it, tomorrow or something like that. I have a whole like page where it's like, oh, just Mintathon stuff, and then every single day after stream I've like recorded one notable thing or just like a general like one sentence saying what I did on stream that day, and then also giving my thanks to those who rated that day, gifted subs, followed, or like notable things that I think would be important for the main channel video. Because I'm planning on just doing a highlight reel. I'm not doing a big thing with that. Well, I guess in and of itself, it is a big thing because I have to go through 180 hours worth of footage for that one video, but it's fine. Well, it's okay. We'll figure it out. But it's just like, there's so much that happened that I can't even sum it up into a single video or a thing or whatever. But I'll try my best, because it's like, yeah, all the stuff that I listed earlier, that was basically all we did. We just played games, talked, grown the community more, which I think was the best thing out of all of this, just seeing more people in chat, having names that I recognize, making lore out of all things. We still need to finish that. We need to finish that stream because it kind of got derailed with us being in VC, but it was really funny. And then also just like introducing new people to my content and stuff and connecting more with the event community, because the event community is so nice. Obviously there are some bad cookies, but like for the most part it's been wonderful being in the community, and I didn't think this is what would have happened a year ago. I'll probably make a video talking about like 1 year being in the event community, because it's been a journey to say the least. But yeah, it's just like, I'm even trying to think about what happened in May, and some of the days do just kind of get bundled up because sometimes we just did Minecraft, or it's mostly just the Minecraft days that got summed up together. Which is quite ironic because I am a Minecraft streamer, but it's also like some of my favorite streams during the Mintathon weren't even the Minecraft streams, I would say. Like, if you were to ask me what streams I remember the most from Mintathon, it would be day 22, 23. It was the one where I did A Little to the Left, and that stream was just, you know, you'd think for a puzzle game it'd be super relaxing and fun, but then it turned out to be some of the like funniest content that I've made, I think. So that one was really fun. I'm really excited to make the video for that. And I think Chad is also super excited to see the video for that, just because it's like how chaotic it was. Oh, what else? Day 50 was also a really silly one with the Renaissance painting. Here's a screenshot of the Renaissance painting for those who weren't there. And that just derailed into a whole thing. I don't even know what I was planning on that day initially, but it certainly wasn't that. What else? Day 60 was also really silly with the lore stream and then joining VC and just yapping about events for like God knows how long. I'm trying to think. All the Celeste streams are really fun. I love Celeste. I wanted to do a final like playthrough of Celeste during the final mintathon stream as like a recap and just seeing like, oh, we played Celeste. That was fun. And then, oh God. Like, and that's only 2 or 3 streams that I've mentioned out of the 60 something we did. But I think those few ones were really, really something. Oh my God, Dogcraft. How can I forget about the Dogcraft stream? The day 1 on day 43, I'm pretty sure. That was the launch of Dogcraft. Oh my God. Amazing. So fun. I think June, you can tell the difference between June and May in terms of how the content was. Because on my VODs channel, I always post the VODs, and you can see in May I did a lot more solo streams. And then June, it was just crazy with the amount of people who just, who I joined VC with. And it was, you can see the stark contrast in, like, the community and, like, how things went between those 2 months. Not to say that the May content was lackluster in a way, because some of the best moments were from earlier streams, but then it's also like, oh, June, you can sense the growth in how I treat my content, because I think before I was always like, I prefer to do solo content because I think those are just, they're statistically better for me anyways. Just if you're looking at the analytics and it's like, oh yeah, my solo streams tend to do better. But then also like my chat and how they interact with my friends in like Dogcraft or any other place has really made for it to be some of the best content I've made. Like the one time where, what was it? There was that one time where chat just flocked over to JJ's stream while he was playing Hitman for like 6 hours or something. And then it turned out to be some of the most chaotic stuff I've ever done. Which is insane. And that wasn't even because of me. That was because of Twitch chat. Like, I just was there. I didn't do anything. Which is, I guess, the main catalyst for them being like, okay, we're gonna bring this up to tenfold. So it's just like I have a more appreciation for my chat and their chaotic nature, because that's just how Twitch chat is. But then also my friends for dealing up with their shenanigans and my shenanigans. And like I'm so grateful for the community, which is just like, I've said it many times before, but like I said in my little sappy Twitter post about it, it was just like, I could say thank you a million times over and it still wouldn't be enough to express how grateful I am for everyone that's gotten involved in the Mintathon, whether or not they helped me behind the scenes, whether or not they like donated, subbed, followed, or even just joined VC and chatted for just like a few minutes even. Like, I'm so grateful for all of it, because I did not think Mintathon would become like an actual thing. I remember I planned it, or I like spitballed the idea back in March in my little Google Keep saying, let me cook, do a daily streaming thing for like the beginning of summer. And then I didn't think it'd become as like an actual thing. Like, what? I didn't know that. But that's just how it goes. And I think it's really made me more excited for the things to come, especially with Mintathon 2 Electric Boogaloo, which is the tentative name for the subathon in the future. I don't know when that's gonna be. That's gonna be the sub goal that probably doesn't get done for the longest, because I just daily streamed for 2 months. I don't think I'm going to launch into a subathon. Also, don't want my viewers to spend money on me anymore. I feel bad. Like, oh my god, it was insane. Like, bro. Shout out to OG New Kid, Sea-Dog, and JJ, if any of you are watching this, because those three were the top 3 gifters. And as much as I yell at them not to give me money, they do it anyway. I'm just like, thank you so much, but please save your money. I've said this to them multiple times, and they're just like, no. But yeah, it's just insane. I don't deserve it. I don't know why this has happened, but it's a good thing, obviously. I just don't feel like I deserve it. I'm like, But yeah, it's mintathon. Some of the most fulfilling content I've done in my years of streaming or just like doing content creation in general. And I'm super excited for all the stuff that's coming out of it. Because that's the good thing about streaming every day. You get a shit ton of content that is just on the backlog. So I think this month is just going to be me editing a ton. Maybe I'll do editing streams on the alt because I know chat's been wanting that. But like, I've done several editing streams this month and every single time I've gotten nothing done. So we'll see how that goes for my productivity, but it's okay. It's fine. But yeah, I was looking through the VODs and just basically making a list of the stuff I can make from it. And we have a good like 20 videos lined up across mintnhi and mintnhi Extra, which is this channel that you're listening to this on. And yeah. And then also the shorts that go along with it. Oh my god, it's going to be crazy. Which is going to be tough to pull off, I think, because I am going on vacation in 2-ish weeks. So I got to lock in, I guess. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. I think the videos that are on priority in terms of mintathon content is Little to the Left, because I've been working on that video for a while now, but it's kind of just got like pushed back because of all the other stuff I've been editing. And then Dogcraft, obviously. Because with season 2, like actually a thing instead of me like teasing it and stuff, like, I can make a video on it now, which I'm super, super excited for. I think my idea is like generally a good one. I hope I pull it off well, but either way, it's a Dogcraft video. It's going to be a fun one, I think. Yeah, it's just, there's so much. I think the whole thing is just daunting because there's so much content to go through. But I think it'll be good to get back into the swing of things because admittedly with Mintathon and just planning stuff behind the scenes, editing wasn't something that I was entirely focused on because I was, I guess, building up content stuff for stream. And it's just like, I don't know. But it's fine. It was silly, goofy fun. And yeah, Mintathon, I think I'll do this every year. Just whenever final season ends or something like that. I'll just spend a month daily streaming because it's like, it's fun. I like it. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. And it seems as though chat did too, because I got one of the most like genuine, sweetest messages in the Dogcraft community Discord from just a mere 5, a frequent chatter of mine. And it was genuinely one of the sweetest things I have received in a very long time. So Amir, if you're watching, shout out to you. Because I didn't think the content I made had any impact, but like reading messages like that and getting messages of like congratulations or just like kudos to you did super well. It's just like it makes me really happy, but then it's also like I did not expect to be in this position. So I'm very, very grateful for all of it. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't think this was going to be a thing. I'm gonna be so honest, I almost just didn't do the idea because of finals week being the first week of May. But I was like, no, fuck it, we ball. We're gonna do it. I've committed. I sent out the tweet. And look at here we are now. I've built up my endurance for streaming. I have so much content that I can make, and it's like, scared. But also really, really exciting. So I think Mintathon is something I'm gonna be doing every year for however long I do streaming for. I don't know, maybe it'll evolve into the subathon in the future, but it's just like I don't know. And then we also have a bunch of stream ideas and things from chat, and also just from completing all the sub goals that we hit, which has been crazy. I'm just like thinking about it, I'm like, oh my god, there's so much to do. But that's fine. Mintathon was something big. The first big thing that I've actually planned and not fully fleshed out, but like, you get the idea, that I did ever. And I've learned a lot from it, especially because, it was this little thing I thought about actually committing to during finals or during studying for finals. And it was a very last minute decision. Like, I made the first graphic in an hour, and then I was just finalizing everything, and then I submitted the tweet a day before Mintathon started, and I was like, yep, yeah, that's a thing. Now I've got to commit. Yeah, so I think when I do it in the future, now that I have a sort of set expectation as to how things should go from the behind the scenes perspective, I think it should be, I don't want to say a lot more polished, because it's not necessarily something you can really polish, because it's just me streaming every single day with just silly, goofy sub goals. But I think there's always a chance of it going bigger, Like, some streams this stream were really fun and chaotic, but other ones were really like chill and just like talky vibes, which I think is a nice balance. And I think that's also something I want to implement just in general with the next one. But then also it's like, I want to do bigger things, Maybe do hand cam streams of me just like, or IRL stuff, just me, I don't know, building a Lego set or something like that with a webcam. Although I don't plan on face revealing, but like, I don't know, maybe a cooking stream, maybe just like an IRL stream or something along the lines of that. And there's so much potential for things to get elevated even more, which is something I'm super, super excited about. I'm still just thinking about how much we've done. It's unfathomable to me, but we did it. We did it. I remember a few days ago when I ended the Mintathon, and I was sitting in bed, or I was laying in bed. Well, no, I was sitting. And the message that I wrote, which I posted to like Twitter and Discord and things, just expressing my things, I wrote that at 1 a.m. And you'd think it would be like less coherent because it was written at 1 a.m. after a 9-hour stream. But I spent so long trying to write that because I don't think I could find enough words to express my thanks and my gratitude to everyone involved. And I spent so long trying to figure out how to encapsulate that. But then also, just like how can you encompass the experience that we've had over the past 2 months into like 500 words? Like, I don't think you could do that. I mean, I'm pretty sure someone could if they're a talented writer. I'm not. I just play video games as a hobby, and then it somehow turned out to be the most fulfilling thing I've done in a very long time. But yeah, I don't know. Here's where my mind starts blanking, because it's just like, I don't even know what to say. And also my voice is like dying out, which is surprising because you'd think I remember the first stream I did, I was watching it back because I'm starting to clip stuff for the main channel video, and I was like, oh, my voice is dying. I wonder how long this is gonna go for. But then it didn't happen, like, at all. After that, I was just like, okay, yep, that's, ever since that first stream, I was like, this is gonna go well. And then boom, it really did. It went super well. And so it's just like, But now I feel like my voice is getting raspy. I can feel it while I'm talking right now. I'm like, how did I do this for 2 months and my voice still gets raspy while I'm recording something? I don't know. It's just a thing. I don't really know. It's fine, though. It's fine. That's the reason why I'm taking a break. But then even then, it's going to be like a 2-day break because Challenger Trials. I didn't think I'd get into Challenger Trials, but that's happening on Saturday. And I don't know if my team wants to do team practice or anything like that. By the time I upload this video, you'll probably see what happens. But at the time I'm recording this, I'm like, I don't know. But I didn't just want my comeback or quote unquote comeback stream to be just a Minecraft event. Because as much as I love playing in the events, I prefer doing the talking with chat, the chill vibe streams. So I also just wanted to just do a stream solely talking about Mintathon and also asking chat like what their favorite streams were, any memorable moments and whatnot, because chat was such a huge part of it and I'm so grateful. I feel like you could you could take a shot as for like how many times I've said like something on the lines of thank you, grateful, appreciative, just any positive words of that category. But like, it's true. Chat made the experience so much more than I ever expected. And it's been great. Like, who would have thought JJ would become the king of my chat and the riots have become its own like central part of the lore? Like, I didn't think we'd have lore in the first place, but chat wanted to make it. So it's like, now we're here. I'm very excited as to how the next streams go or like any future streams will go. Even though I was like, I should take a break for like a week minimum just because. But I miss streaming. Even after all this time, I still miss it. Despite the some days where I was like, this is getting a lot. This is a lot more overwhelming than I thought it would be. And don't get me wrong, behind the scenes it was like it was a lot just managing everything. But I miss it. I miss streaming. I want to get back into it. So 2-day break. Woohoo! Fire. But yeah, I just like, I don't know. Streaming fun. Yippee! Yep. As a result, I'm proud of myself, if anything, because it's 60 days. That's a lot of days. And I did it. I streamed for 60 days straight. Not 60 days straight, but like you get the idea. And despite the hurdles that have occurred behind the scenes and just with like other stuff, trying to get myself away from streaming, it's like I still managed to figure it out, just like balancing it and all. It's really given me a glimpse of how to balance things in terms of just like life and then not school, but I guess school in a way too, because there are some streams where I streamed super early in the day or some streams where I did it really late with an hour to spare in the day, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just proud of myself. It's not something that I tell myself often. I should say it more, but I'm proud of myself. I did not think I'd get to the position where I'm able to daily stream, and I'm super, super lucky that I'm able to even pull this off, because I know it's just like work, school, and other life factors that can get in the way of that. And yeah, I'm just very happy and lucky to even have the privilege to stream and be able to do this in the first place. I don't even know what else to say about Mintathon because, like, I could say so much about it. Like, all the stuff that I said doesn't even encompass what we did, and let alone my feelings and thoughts about it, because it's just like, oh my God, it's a lot. It's been a lot of repeating stuff, so if I repeated things multiple times, then my apologies. It's just like, I didn't script this at all. It was just kind of like let me open up Audacity and just start yapping just because. So, oops, if I did repeat anything, which I probably did, because I tend to do that a lot. I've realized that many times since I've been watching over VODs editing and things like that. I think to end off this mintnhiTALKS and my overall reflection of Mintathon is just a thank you. Thank you to those who have watched. Even, like, you could have stayed from the beginning or joined in halfway through, joined in on the last stream. Thank you anyways, because any ounce of support I'm so, so grateful for. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did, because certainly some of the streams are silly, very, very silly. And yeah, I hope you're excited for the content to come with the highlights of some of the more notable streams from the Mintathon, and especially the best of Mintathon video. Title is pending, but that's what I'll call it for now. It's the highlight reel of the Mintathon. So I hope you all are excited for that content to come out in the future. And thank you again for watching. Thank you again for supporting. And I will see you all in the next mintnhiTALKS, I guess, stream, if you do follow me on Twitch. And if you don't already, it's in the link. It's in the description. Twitch.tv/mintnhi is just what I'm called everywhere, pretty much. And if you want to potentially catch in the next Mintathon whenever I do that, or the subathon even, then feel free to give me a follow. You'll find me there more than on YouTube at this point in time, because I'm so slow with editing. But that's okay. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video whenever that is. So yeah, bye-bye. Thanks for listening. Whee!